So it has a little shield. I low-key want this too. I really like this. 12-year-old me is screaming. This is the Gundamhaku. This is an officially licensed keyboard. It's not available in the United States. This is only available overseas in a particular region because they have different types of copyright stuff that you kind of need to adhere by. So the license for this one here was obtained in a different region other than like what we can get. So this is really just gonna be for funsies today. For anyone who can buy this, who's from those regions, dude, more power to you. I can't get it even myself. So I am not keeping this build today. FYI, this is just, Singa was nice enough to send this over. Elaine was awesome for that. She said if I wanted to build it, I said I would be more than honored. I even prepped some switches for it today. But if you guys are curious about some of the price points of this board with the keycap set, so this one here I believe was already sold during the first come first serve sale. This was about $790 with the keycap set. For the 48-hour sale, which is the one that happens, I don't exactly know my conversion time and I apologize. It's going to be about $830 for the kit. And if you just want the keyboard, it's $640. So unfortunately, depends on the region, but if you're from that region or if you have someone who lives in that region who wants to get it for you, then more power to you. Let's take a look first. I'm not going to open this yet, but this is the box. Okay, I'm going to be real with you guys. I would love to pick up both, but a small part of me just wants this. This is a GMK set. It is a collaboration thing. And again, as much as I want everything here, because even though I'm not like the biggest Gundam person, I actually started watching it because I'm almost done Dragon Ball. So this is like, if I could pick anything on this, it'd be this guy. Here are some of the novelties. It's a cool collaboration set. Here is the case. So it's also a branded case too. That's cool. This is nice. I haven't opened this yet, to be honest with you. I'm kind of like low-key nervous. Dude, this is like the nicest blue, deep blue. Damn, that's pretty soft. All right, what else is in here before I open the keyboard? PCB. Is it a branded PCB too? Wait, that's sick if it is. We have gaskets, so I need those. We have, oh wow, a thank you card, branded thank you card here. Okay, it's a slightly branded PCB. By the way, this is a prototype, so I think there's like 1 or 2 things that are changing for the final rendition, which is already in the photos. So if you guys see something a slight bit different, just a heads up. And then we have our plate, which is standard fare. Again, this is not a review stream today, guys. I'm sending this back. I just really wanted to take a look at it, okay? And I had the opportunity to, and I said, sure, let's do it. Oh, I think this is the certification card. Oh, very nice. Little cert card as well. Branded cert card. Let's go. Does this look fancy on the camera right now? Because it looks fancy IRL. Yeah, it does kind of look like a Crown Royale bag for sure. It kind of does. Damn, this does look real good though. Let's move this over. So we have some branding on the inside, which is cool. I think the gaskets are already applied, so I guess I don't need to apply those. It says strike here on the front. And then it has the engraving. Oh, shit, the bottom's sick. The engraving on, oops, the back here. So it has a little shield. Oh, I low-key want this too. And there's the bottom. That's sick. Wow. So we actually built something else that was like adjacent Gundam inspired stuff. This, I think, is way more low-key and classy. I really like this. 12-year-old me is screaming. Can we get the profile? What do you mean the profile? Sorry, HJ? What do you mean? Like side profile? I think it's just regular schmegular Kohaku. I don't think it's anything special. Yeah, just regular schmegular Kohaku. Nothing to write home about. Like it's just a blue. It's just a blue edge. Yeah, this, if you had given me this board, other than maybe looking at the weight piece, like the shape of the weight piece, it almost doesn't have anything like Kohaku based to it. But it obviously still comes across as a Kohaku, which is cool. Are the parts on the back raised up, like here? Yeah, it's a little inset, because it's a tempered, I believe this is still a Gorilla Glass or tempered glass. The V1 Kohakus, I believe, were acrylic. But anything past that is just glass. The etching, is it higher or lower? It looks flush. Everything looks flush for the etching. Like it doesn't get any higher, so it won't scrape against the glass or anything like that. Yeah, the PVD elements of this really push this through. If you guys remember, my original Kohaku, the gray one, actually is a V1 unit. And the V1, so you can kind of see the reflection, the V1 unit is acrylic. And even though I never wore it down, it just would scratch. Like acrylic just naturally isn't the greatest material in the world for like really thin pieces. So it kind of had micro scratches and abrasions like everywhere on the inside. So not even on the outside. And it was just kind of dirty. So, but you can buy like, you could buy these as replacements anyways. So yeah, look how pretty that is, guys. A little bit of a reflection with the lamp. All right, well, I guess I don't really need to put on feet or anything. So maybe it's time to build the keyboard. Nice touch to the PCB as well. Got to admit, very nice touch with these extra little silk screened elements here. Then we have our plates. I'm happy they went with just a standard black plate. I'm glad it wasn't like bright blue or some other color. That is like the one thing I am so damn happy about, for the reason of not having anything kind of show between the keycaps. Yeah, I'm doing MX Blacks today. I did these with 3203. So I got some 55 gram 22 mil springs and then some Duroc films, 3203 lube. Here's the thing, right? If you guys want to kind of nerd out a little bit, this is a leaf spring. The total design of this is very different. So see how this works? How it has a separate section to flex and it has different ways that it absorbs the impact. This is decently well implemented to the point where you don't really need to worry about this affecting your spacebar sound to the degree that some other plate tabs do. If you want to kind of look at a plate tab in which I feel like doesn't work, let me go get one. See this plate tab? Even though it has little relief cuts, see how it's still very much attached to the plate? This is not going to flex as this one here would, right? So because this is done in a particular way, this will get less impact to the plate. Does it still affect your spacebar? Ever so slightly in terms of feeling, but it's not as stiff as something like this would be. So that's why I tell you guys, like when we're looking at plate files and tabs, implementation of how you put the tabs matters a lot. In this case, in the Kohaku, we've built tons of them already. We know that this implementation works, but I actually have, in some cases, removed the gaskets from underneath the spacebar just to help brighten it up a smidge. It doesn't affect it a whole lot in the Kohaku or anything usually with leaf spring tabs like this. But again, for something like this, if this had a plate tab like this, see how this doesn't have it? This would absolutely affect it more. But yeah, that's it. Hope you've been well. Thank you, Mr. Kupo. Appreciate you, man. Again, guys, this is not mine to keep. I'm just building it for funsies. This is, I don't know if this is like Elaine's unit or something, but this is, I think, a proto unit. But yeah, it's just not building it for funsies. All right, we're not doing a formal review of this board because there's nothing really to review. It's a Kohaku. It is indeed a Kohaku with Kohaku parts, just styled differently. If you like the Kohaku, then you'll probably like this board. If you don't like the Kohaku, then you probably don't like this board. How does the badge get positioned? Oh, it's just a little screw for the badge. Okay, so there's a screw that holds this little badge in place here. Okay, there might be one thing we might need to do after this, which I might have to go in and readjust like this bottom gasket thing here, because sometimes that's the thing with Kohakus. But for the most part, looks like it's seated nicely. Let's put this all back in now. I think the strike on the front is a nice touch. It's a very nice touch. This looks so freaking nice, dude. Yeah, I hope eventually this gets ran for a US run, honestly. I'd pick one up in a heartbeat, man. What's the name of this set? It's an officially licensed set, but I don't know if this will be available in anywhere but the approved regions for this. Well, region, I should say, which is overseas. It's not going to be here in America, or North America, I should say. But it is a Gundam Seed themed set. It's beautiful, honestly. It's really nice. I do wish this gets a run outside of... Well, I hope this gets a global run down the road. I hope, like, licensing aside, like, we can finally get this, or not finally, rather, but it finally comes to fruition where everyone gets it, where everyone can have a chance of getting, because this is really pretty. I love the theming on this. You know, we'll flip it around here, show you guys some more. We have the shield badge on the back, which I think is pretty unique. I don't think we have any other Kohaku models with that. Not that I've seen. Flip it over. I think this is a bit brighter than the Yale Blue. So then again, you can see a nice reflection there from the glass. All right. It sounds nice. It sounds like a Kohaku. Am I shocked by the sound? No. Do I like the sound? Absolutely. I like the Kohaku sound signature. It's a very pretty board. I think you're obviously getting it for not only it being a Kohaku, but, you know, it being kind of a collaboration project type thing, a licensed project. To be honest, this is the best spacebar. It is a very good spacebar. Kohakus are very, very, very good spacebars. But it's nice. I mean, again, are we shocked by it? No, I'm not. Am I in love with the way this looks? Yeah, I am. Do I want this keycap set? I really do. This one's going to haunt me a little bit, I think. You know, it's funny. I love the board. I think the board's super awesome. And if I had the chance to buy the board, I'd get it in a heartbeat as well. I'm actually going to see if I can move some mountains to see if I can get this keycap set somehow. If it means I have to buy it third party, I guess I have to buy it third party. But I really like the keycap set. I really want it. It's not for... I'm not keeping this guy. I wish I was. If I was, I'd tell you guys. I really like the 3203 on this. It sounds lubed, but it also has some of the more of the scratch. Like, it's a bit thinner. It turned out great, guys. This turned out so nice. I am very happy with the overall build here. So I will talk to you guys later, though. Thanks for tuning in. Love you guys. See you guys very, very soon. And enjoy Mango's stream. Bye, everybody. Love ya.